50 for me and the gang, and we just walking through and counting money.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And up next is one of the best nicknames in football, Sauce Gardner, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Bucks and the Wizards, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium.
Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucks now for their first drive. Out by their third-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find...
Taking it right down Broadway. A big play there on the first play of the game. 64 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Garrett Wilson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. The point after threw the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 9 carries. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now Stroud.
Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Wizards respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
But you look at this defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL.
There he goes, right side.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And going right back to Walker.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And they rattle off a big one. 41 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
C.J. Stroud
taking it in from 11 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He stiff arms it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. As they've got it as we resume action. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Rolling to his right.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's...
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Getting in there and finishing the play off was Myjai Sanders. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. Here's Smith to return it.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. On the counter, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's it.
This is caught inside the 15. And a huge play that time. 59 yards.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here's Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Wizards are able to stretch out their lead. The York on now for the extra point.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
The York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And Walker has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Clock running, the Bucs trying to go quickly and get set. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football. Yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And Stroud now to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard.
Security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they'll indeed take a knee. So we've reached the
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now here's Stroud.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
65, go!
Stroud.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to...
Stroud looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Okay, break. 70 Timberwolves. Panther 11.
On first down, here's Stroud. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Wizards take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Here's Walker to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Derek Stingley.
Moore, the man in motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
A 53-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll get the deficit back to 16.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Stroud to throw it.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Bijan Robinson,
29 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there, and he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
extra point by York is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
2nd and 5. Quick slant, caught by Moore. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good.
Now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Stroud sets up the play action.
They'll roll him out right.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Stroud.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders. And that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Check. Let's go now. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here goes Stroud again.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Stroud here on 3rd and long.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got start matching each other's movements.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job, man.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Wizards add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Game.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
70 range. 70 range. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Ready.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Paris, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year, and they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.